right, welcome back. We're going to be looking with dealing with place value blocks. So these are the three place value blocks. We're just going to start by talking about what each one means. This little square is worth 1. This stick is worth 10 ones. So in the stick there are 10 1 cubes. In this block square there are 100 of these small cubes and 10 of these 10 sticks. So there's 10 sticks in there. And then in this cube, this is worth 1,000. So this has 10 100 blocks, 110 sticks, and 1,001 blocks. So we're going to be practicing making numbers using these blocks today. So these should be in your notes, and you're just going to check to see if you have the same picture that I do. So we are going to start by making the number 487. So using this website, I'm going to draw them using this, but you should draw them in your notebook. Remember, it doesn't matter if they are pretty looking, that's fine, as long as you can differentiate between what 100 and 1,000 looks like and a 10 and a 1. So when we're building these numbers, we want to start with the biggest place value that we have. So our biggest place value is the 4, that's in the 100 spot. So that tells us that we're going to have 4 of these 100 blocks in our picture. So you should have 4. If you drew them like this, that's fine. If you drew them up and down, that's fine too, as long as you have 4 squares that are representing a 100 block. So there's 4 of them. The next biggest place value is the tens. In the tens place value, we have an 8, which tells us that we are going to have 8 of these sticks. Can I copy them? No. And they're going to be representing the 8 tens in our numbers. We have 5, 7, 8. So we have 4 hundreds, 8 tens. Our last place value is the ones. There's a 7 in the ones, so that tells us that we are going to need 7 of these ones. Now I like to group them in groups of 5 just so it makes it easier for me to do my counting. So 6, 7. All right, so 4 hundreds, 8 tens, and 7 ones. All together, this makes 487. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so our next number was this. And you might be wondering, why is there a 0 in the hundredths place? Do we have to write that if it's a 0? You don't have to write it. I just wanted to point out that if you have a number that has a place value with 0, it just means that there aren't any of that place value in your number. So if we were going to draw this number, we would have 0 100ths in our 100 spot. So we don't have to draw any 100ths. We'll move on to the next highest place value, which is the 9. That's in the tens place value. So that means we need 9 of these 10 sticks. So I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 10 sticks and 0 100ths. Our smallest place value is the ones, and this number has a 3 in the ones, which tells us that we are going to have 3 ones. So once we've got all 3 ones in our picture, we have 9 tens and 3 ones. This is showing 93. There aren't any hundreds and any thousands because there aren't any of those place values in our number, and we don't have to write them. All right, the last one we're going to do is this number, 1,256. So this one has a number in the thousands place value. So when we're doing our drawing, we need to put a 1,000 block in the 1,000 place value. So this is just a 3D block. Do your best for drawing. All right, so there's only one. The next place value is the hundreds. The 2 is in the hundreds place, so that tells me that there are 2 100 squares in this picture. The third place value is the tens, and there's a 5 in the 10, so that means, that's the 100. We need to do 10 sticks, and we need to have 5 of them to show the 5 in that place value. And then finally, our last number is a 6 in the ones place, so this tells me that I'm going to have 6 ones in my picture. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when we're done, this reads 1,256. All right, so the picture matches the place values and the numbers in those place values. Hopefully you did all right with that. If not, there's lots of websites you can try that on or go back and create your own numbers.